Yo, what's good YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoot, back with the International Draft Masters, and we have Season 4, Week number 8, where we're getting ready to take on the Miami Heat Wave, coached by the Confusion. So, I met Confusion way back. I think we met in Mega Mogul's front office back in GBA Season 4, 5, 6, something like that. Anyways, Confusion invited us to join one of his leagues way back when, the Universal Analyst League, because we were both analysts at the time, and for different leagues, obviously. And eventually, the time came around where I created the International Draft Masters, or the iDM. And Season 1, I invited the Confusion to come play, and he did. We have played in Season 1, 2, and 3, I believe. Fantastic games. I think we actually played twice in Season 2. Yeah, fantastic game. So looking forward to this game. So as you can see on screen, he's got Landers Incarnate and Thunders Incarnate, so that's pretty cool. Tapu Fini, Hawlucha, Kieran, Chestnut, Uxie, Stakataka, Crawdon, Mega Camera, and Mismagius, where his Z-move users are the Stakataka and the Crawdon. So, he's currently not caught up on his entire season, so reflecting back on his record's pretty pointless. But for us, we are caught up. We were sitting at 3-4 with a +1 differential, and coming off 2 big losses, which is really unfortunate. Of course, I still agree that we did not deserve to lose in Week 6. Should have been a big win there. Of course, we did lose pretty handedly or steadily last week. So looking to bounce back. So going over my squad, we've got Mega Mawwall, Garchomp, Zapdos, Uniclus, Crobat, Serena, Volcanion, Pythagoras, Mamoswine, and Hitmonlee, where our Zenu users are Garchomp and the Hitmonlee. And for this week in particular, we've decided to bring, as you see at the top of the screen, Mega Mawwall, Garchomp, Zapdos, Serena, Hitmonlee, and the Mamoswine, where we're rocking it with pre-Mega Intimidate Mega Mawwall. Of course, huge power after Mega Evolving. We've got a sub Swords Dance variant with Play Rough and Brick Break. My opponent's only resistance is the Stakataka and the Camera Up, both of which are 2-hit KO'd by Brick Break. Stakataka at neutral, and of course Mega Camera Up is going to take a +2 Brick Break, or a lot of them, to get rid of that bad boy. Of course, everything else is 2-hit KO'd by Play Rough. And I do have Swords Dance, so that I can break through things like Uxie and potentially the Chestnut if need be. We've got enough speed so that after 2 agilities, he doesn't have anything on his squad that can outpace me. Even Hawlucha, after an Unburdened boost, does not outpace me after 2 agilities. And you may be wondering, how does Mega Mawwall get an agility? So I've got an agility baton pass, Zapdos, that we'll get into a minute. But for now, let's just go ahead and dive into Garchomp, where we've got a shiny Garchomp. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. We've got Rough Skin ability, just for a little bit of extra chip on things like Crawdon, Hawlucha, and things like that, that could potentially get out of hand. We've got Swords Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, and Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace there for the Chestnut. I don't want to blow my Dragonian Z on the Chestnut, so I packed the Aerial Ace instead. Earthquake, +2 Earthquakes blowing through his squad. +2 Dragon Claw also blowing through his squad, and the Devastating Drake obviously there for something like Uxie or Hawlucha, potentially even Mega Camera, depending on what range it's at, and Landers Incarnate, Thunders Incarnate, same thing there. Z, or the Devastating Drake could be an ace in the hole. However, I don't want to waste it on anything, so I'm going to try to be really careful with that. And +2 Earthquake blows through everything else really solidly. Like dual stab Garchomp here is really nice. The only roadblock being Chestnut and Uxie, both of which aren't going to appreciate my coverage and my set that I am. I do have enough speed to outpace a max speed Landers Incarnate. I have enough defense and HP investment to avoid being beaten down by something like Hawlucha or Crawdon. So it's really nice for me. And with my HP investment, I avoid being knocked out by Landers Incarnate or Thunders Incarnate's Hidden Power Ice without any kind of like life orb or boosting item, or like a nasty plot or a calm mind or anything like that. So Garchomp's really bulky. Zapdos has got a mixed defense variant, max HP with a little bit of defensive investment with a bold nature and a lot of special defense investment. Allows us to avoid some key knockouts from Landers Incarnate, Thunders Incarnate, Howlucha. We've got the Charty Berry to counteract a Stone Edge potential. Chestnut can't do much to us either. But unfortunately, we can't do much back to it either. So this is Zapdos. While it's got a fantastic defensive matchup, I'm not running any kind of coverage on it. I've only got Discharge, which obviously means I'm walled by his Mega Camera Up and Chestnut pretty much. But the idea is to Baton Pass and Agility out anyway. I do have Roost for longevity. In terms of hazard removal, we'll be relying on Hitmonlee, who we'll jump into right after we get into Serena. So Serena is an item list Queenly Majesty variant with U-Turn, Seed Bomb, Synthesis, and Aromatherapy. U-Turn is for momentum. I don't want him to stay in. He's got the Misty Terrain as well, so having Toxic on there for things like Chestnut or Kyurem is just not ideal. We've got Seed Bomb there to blow back things like the Tapu Fini, and Synthesis for longevity, of course, Aromatherapy to potentially get a Toxic or something off of my Zapdos, or like a Burn or something on Garchomp, which could be a potential switch into something like a Flamethrower from Mega Camera. So next up we've got an Assault Vest Hitmonlee, which is max HP, max special defense, allows us to take on Kyurem and Landers Incarnate pretty okay. I don't have anything specific to hit Landers Incarnate with, but knock off into just getting rid of its item and having Mamoswine in the back is really nice. So close combat is there to blow through pretty much his entire squad, outside of things like his flying types, his psychic types, and of course Tapu Fini, which I do have knockoff and poison jab. So I can get rid of items, get super effective damage on the Uxie and the Tapu Fini, as well as rapid spin and stealth rocks or any kind of hazards away. So that's really nice. Last but not least, we have a stealth rock and Mamoswine, which is going to be a life orb variant. Same speed, like Zapdos has no speed investment, so I set my Mamoswine to emulate a no speed or simulate a no speed Zapdos. Hitmonlee and Serena are both at the same speed tiers as well. After an agility, nothing really outpaces my Mamoswine. After 2 agilities, absolutely nothing outpaces Mamoswine. So if I can Baton Pass an agility out into my life orb Adamant Mamoswine with Ice Cracked Earthquake and Ice Shard, I'll be in a pretty okay position right there, right then and there. I did think about having the Pasho Berry, but ultimately decided that Serena is going to be such a good check to Crawdaunt that I didn't necessarily need it, and I didn't feel like Crawdaunt's going to be that big of an issue thanks to my Serena. But yeah, it's going to be the prep, and we're going to go ahead and hop into the battle. Alright, so here we are with the game. My opponent, the Confusion Dan 12-12-12 or 1-2-1-2-1-2, he has decided to bring Thunders Incarnate, Uxie, Mega Camera, Tapu Fini, Kyurem, and Miss Magius. So pretty tough here for us. Of course, now obviously for him with the Uxie, he could get up Stealth Rocks. He could definitely get up Stealth Rocks instead of a Trick Room. He does have Mega Camera Up, which thrives in the Trick Room, but his team doesn't necessarily have to be Trick Room, as Thundurus, Fini, Kyurem, and Miss Magius all function super well outside of Trick Room. So he could be like a Uxie lead with Stealth Rocks, and he could have Trick Room on there as well, but it might be for like late game Trick Room or early game breaking. Either way, a solid lead for me. I think an okay lead for me would actually be my Garchomp, but I don't want to lose my only Mega Camera Up switch in. So just thinking about my options here. I could lead off with Hitmonlee. Just click knockoff. Could lead with Mamoswine too. Mamoswine doesn't look bad, but opens up his Fini. So I could just lead off with Serena. But in the case that he leads off with Kyurem or Mega Camera Up, I want to be 100% prepared. So I'm going to lead off with my Stealth Rocker and Mamoswine here and see what my opponent wants to do. Yeah, yeah, he does lead off with this Phoenix. So that was his best lead. I 100% agree with that lead as well. So he could be taunt here. He could taunt me, prevent my rocks from going up, which does benefit him because of Thunder's Incarnate, Mega Camera Up, and Kirim all appreciating rocks being not on the field. Of course, Miss Magus does as well, and any kind of potential Sash Pokemon here. He could also expect me to expect his taunt. He could go straight for a Surf or a Scald, something like that. I am going to go into my Queenly Majesty. Without Mega Camera up here, it's not as important as he does go for the Nature's Madness. He may expect me to Synthesis up here, but what I'm going to do is just throw off a Seed Bomb here and try to weaken this Tapu Fini, put it in range of Garchomp and Mega Mawile, Zapdos, Hitmonlee, so on and so forth. So yeah, I don't think he would like me to recover up here, but he might not care either way. Definitely going to click Seed Bomb here to see what my opponent wants to do. If he is defensive, Seed Bomb, or well, if he's not, if he's max HP, Seed Bomb will still do over half. So I'm still in an okay position here, despite taking the Nature's Madness. I would really like to, yeah, I would have really liked to have went ahead and recovered up there, but couldn't risk it, given that he could have been taunt. So what I'm going to do is hard switch into my Mamoswine here. Covers everything except for Focus Blast. And he does go for the Nasty Play. So I'm going to assume that he is Yachi Berry here, or there's otherwise no reason to go for the Nasty Plot. But if he is Yachi Berry, how much is he taking here? He's still taking over half, and he has to land the Focus Blast. I'm pretty sure. Man, I would hate to lose Mamoswine this early, but this Thundurus is a threat, and what I can do after I weaken the Thundurus is go into my Hitmonlee. Maybe. I just gotta click Shard here. Yeah, he does reveal the Yachi and reveals the Grass Knot. So that's coverage. That's really, really nice information. Now Mamoswine is gone though, and we have to see how much Thundurus. It was Yachi Berry. First off, I need to do a calc here real quick. Mamoswine still did how much with the Yachi? I mean with the Shard? Did 44%. So that's about right. So my Hitmonlee would do how much with knockoff? A minimum of 36, and he's sitting at 34. So I'm not getting rocks this match, which is really unfortunate for me. What I'm going to do is go into my Hitmonlee here and bank on this knockoff, picking up the knockout. Wait a second. That's with him having his Yachi Berry. I think I just made another mistake. So, Poison Jab has a chance to knock out and a chance to poison. Close Combat's doing more than both. So my play here might be to just click Close Combat. Wow, I can't believe I might have just thrown this game away by going into Hitmonlee first. However, he is not a boosting item, so that's something. We could potentially go into Zapdos next if he doesn't drop here. But yeah, I'm just gonna click the Close Combat here, as my opponent does less than half, and we're able to pick up the knockout. So that's nice for us. That's real nice for us. However, we are at minus the fences now. My opponent could bring in the Uxie here and bank on getting his Stealth Rocks up now, which would allow me to get rid of his item. So my opponent wasn't relying on Focus Blast, that was good. He did pack the Grass Knot, which was probably the all-around better coverage. Things are getting pretty tense here. Hitmonlee is at half, Serena's at half, Mamoswan's gone. I've got no damage on his Tapu Fini, no damage on his Uxie, no damage on anything else. Garchomp's looking really good though. It's bulky enough to lift hits from Miss Magius and Camera Up and Uxie. It can take a Moonblast from Tapu Fini as long as I'm, around 65% or so. Kieran Black can only knock me out in one shot out of the mons he's got remaining. It doesn't have a potential Z-move user, so I don't have to watch out for those. So, at -1 special defense, -1 defense. What is my opponent going to do here? So he does decide to bring in the Uxie. And I assume he's just going to get his Stealth Rocks up. I believe I'm just going to click Knock Off. My opponent goes for the Psychic. I do get rid of his Cobra Berry, which is nice for me. My opponent reveals the Psychic though, so that's interesting. What I'm going to do is go into Serena here and see how much damage the Psychic's well, that's not what I wanted to see. Definitely did not want to see a crit there. Was able to get rid of the berry, but it's not turning into much here. I don't think we would be faster. He outspeed Hitmonlee, and these things are at the same speed, so it's likely he outpaces us here as well. Really unfortunate crit there. Was I to suspect differently though? Tis the question. I'm just going to U-turn out here. I don't really have another play. Really unfortunate. So, I'm thinking about going into my Zapdos and doubling out into my Garchomp. That way, hopefully his Mega Camera Up comes in. And how much would Mega Camera Up do to Garchomp if I had... if he has Hidden Power Ice. And he's doing quite a bit actually. Couldn't necessarily use that to set up on. But I could get some big damage off on it. That could be crucial for the rest of the match. Mega Mall looks good. Once Mega Camera looks gone. So yeah, I'm going to go into Zapdos. And I'm going to pull a double out into my Garchomp, expecting my opponent to switch into his camera up here. My opponent does pull a switch, but he goes into his Kyurem instead. So this is a tough play for me, actually. If my opponent could be Habanberry, and he could be Scarf. So if he is Habanberry, does he live a devastating Drake? The question is, or the answer is yes. However, if he is Choice Scarf, does Choice Scarf Kyurem make sense versus my squad? Let's have a look. Locking himself in the Ice Beam is good versus Garchomp, Zapdos, Crobat, Serena. Not so well versus Mega Mawile, Volcanion, Gofagrigus. I'm not sure what he's going to be, so I am going to just go here for the Devastating Drake. I know there's potential that he could be Scarf, and I understand that Garchomp is my best way of breaking the camera up. But if I switch out here and I lose momentum, then I'm in a tough position. Man, letting Thundy get a nasty play up almost ended me. I lost half of my Hitmonlee. Serena was already at half. I lost Mammal Swarm. It's a tough call here. I could go out to my Hitmonlee, sack it off, bring out my Mega Mawile. Expect my opponent to have the Earth Power. I do expect my opponent to have Earth Power. I don't expect my opponent to be Scarf and lock himself into any one move. So I'm going to go for the Devastating Drake here, as my opponent switches out into the Tapu Fini. It's a really good play by my opponent there. I am immediately going for the Swords Dance. Or am I going immediately into my Zapdos? And we're going to immediately go into my Zapdos instead. My opponent goes for the Nature's Madness. I'm going to roost up here. And now my opponent gets in the Kyurem once again. So now I have to go into my Hitmonlee. If he is sub, this is really bad. He does go for the Ice Beam though. And this is going to allow me to bring in my Mega Mawile. And what I'm going to do is click, I'm going to double out to my Garchomp. Because worst case scenario, he goes immediately into his camera up. Or he doubles up on, doesn't double up on the Ice Beam. Of course, he's not going to click Ice Beam in the face of the Mega Mawile. Alright, so we were able to get back in our Garchomp here versus the Kyurem. So he went into his Fini last time. I am going to click the Dragon Claw here. And I'm going to Swords Dance up. as my opponent reveals the ice beam. So that was rough. Is there a way to win now? I'm not so sure there is. I'm not so sure there is a way to win now. Really, really unfortunate turn of events here. I'm gonna put all my eggs into one basket here. I'm gonna go straight into my Zapdos. I'm gonna go straight for an agility. My opponent goes straight into the Kieran. This is a fine play. I am going to agility up one more time. Do I need to? Let's see if I need to. 177 times 2. That is faster than everything on his squad, bar choice scarf users. His fastest choice scarf user could be 508.5 divided by 2, 254. I need 2 agilities. I'm going to agility up once more on the off chance that he goes straight for an earth power, expecting my baton pass. He does not expect my baton pass. So now I'm going to go straight for the baton pass into my Mega Mawile. I'm going to go immediately for the Swords Dance, because otherwise I'm just going to lose anyway. So we're able to knock out the Kieran, and he brings in his Mega Camera up here. Obviously going to have the Earth Power. Maybe goes for the Flamethrower though. Might have only the Fire Blast. Or plays to click sub here. So what our opponent wants to go for. And he does reveal the Flamethrower. I believe that's game. So what's happened in the iDM is we went from 3-2 to now sitting at, I believe, 3-5 after this loss. 100% just devastated by RNG this season, with a team that we're super duper uncomfortable with, but we have learned to prep and play, build and perform with this team really well. I really like the nature of the squad. It's something that's completely new to me and I'm loving it so far. But yeah, it's just not pulling through for us. I'm not going to let Mega Mawile die. I'm going to forfeit this game, because it's just gotten to the point where it's not even fun anymore. So it's going to be that. Let me know what you guys thought about the prep and the plays on both sides of the field. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.